And as I've said in interviews, I think one of the reasons so many people are gripped by this story is because it represents a real-life David and Goliath. David versus Goliath. Well, mostly Ryan Reynolds too, because without him, nobody would care about her. But this couple, very famous, super rich, using their power and influence through fear and intimidation to wrestle control away from him of his movie.
Goliath, a giant, stood about 9 feet tall, while David was likely a teenage boy of average height. Goliath challenged Israel's army, but King Saul and all the soldiers were too afraid to fight him. David, a young shepherd, stepped forward, trusting in God. He said to Goliath, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty." 1 Samuel 17:45. With just a sling and a stone, David struck Goliath in the forehead, causing him to fall to the ground. David then used Goliath's own sword to ensure he was defeated. This story shows that trusting in the Lord makes challenges easier to face and leads to victory, even when the odds seem impossible.
The next film release is probably gonna flop. Another Simple Favor with Anna Kendrick. That premieres next month at the South by Southwest Film Festival and then in May on Prime Video. I won't be watching. The comments on the Prime Video IG post promoting the film continue to roll in, and I keep going back and looking because they bring me so much joy. So much joy.
We feel joy when we see people fighting for truth because it reflects God's justice and righteousness. Proverbs 21:15 says, "When justice is done, it brings joy to the righteous, but terror to evildoers." Justice restores order and brings peace, aligning with God's design for the world. We are told God has written his laws on our hearts, giving us a deep desire for fairness and truth. When justice is upheld, it brings peace and restores order, aligning with his will. Defending the weak and the humble, and standing for truth mirrors God's own character, which is why it resonates so deeply within us. Proverbs 11:10 tells us, "When the righteous prosper, the city rejoices. When the wicked perish, there are shouts of joy."
So much joy.